is your one and only 𝐹₪𝐷𝐾81 with your daily dose of video goodness, and today we are going to talk about how to make any Netrunner build viable in Cyberpunk 2077 2.0. Let's get to it. So in the update 2.0, they made a lot of changes to how they expect you to go about playing a Netrunner. Now, the main way to play a Netrunner is not how we used to play it, where it was pure Netrunner. You can clearly tell from the skill trees that they want you to play this hybrid style of getting in and either shooting and uploading quick hacks or doing melee and uploading quick hacks, so you get this hybridization combo thing going. Well, I'm sure many of you out there, and myself included, like the old school style of Netrunner where you just go pure Netrunner and you don't rely on guns, you don't rely on melee, you just rely on quick hacks. The biggest problem with achieving that now is they severely nerfed all of the ways that we had to regen RAM. Now it's a situation of where if you want to regen RAM quickly, you need to shoot and or do melee damage. With the exception of a single build style that I've already posted a build guide about, I'll link it down below just in case you haven't seen it, where we make use of the legendary version of Synapse Burnout in order to stay in a constant state of overclock, allowing us to use our fast regenning health as RAM. And while this is absolutely fantastic and it makes you feel godlike and just completely breaks the game, it really puts a hamper on any kind of other build viability. So for example, if you wanted to play a popular build such as the Contagion build that was very popular before 2.0 came out, that's not nearly as viable now because you're going to quickly run out of RAM and then you're going to find yourself in a situation where you have to melee or shoot. But do not fear, because there is a combination of cyberware and perk points that you can get, and a very specific piece of cyberware that I think is technically not working as it's supposed to, and we'll talk about that when we get to it, that may get patched. Hopefully it doesn't, but it brings the whole thing together, allowing you to basically use any quick hack combination that you want to use, and you will be able to stay in a constant state of overclock, allowing you to use your health as RAM, and you will constantly have plenty of health to use to continue to upload quick hacks to your targets. In order to understand how this all comes together, you first need to understand how you can cast infinitely while in overclock mode using your health as RAM without ever dying. The first part of this combo is your perks. You're going to need at least 9 into technical ability, and then you will need to spend at least 3 perk points in technical ability. You will need to grab Glutton for War, which is just fantastic because that means every time you kill an enemy, or neutralize as they put it, an enemy, you have a 5% chance to instantly recharge your health item. The other thing that we get here is Health Freak. This gives us an additional health item to use, so we go from 2 charges to 3 charges. And then the most important one, the most broken one here that allows us to do this loop infinitely, is the Borrowed Time perk. Borrowed Time states that we have a 100% chance to instantly recharge a health item after we neutralize an enemy if we are below 25% health. If you do not have any more charges to your health item, that means you are not going to be healing. If you are not healing and you are using your health as RAM, you are going to quickly fall below 25% of your health. This means the very instant you neutralize an enemy, you are going to regen your health, because we are going to pick some very specific cyberware that is going to allow us to do that. And that cyberware combo is the blood pump and the biomonitor. Now, you do not necessarily need the blood pump to get this to work. If for some reason you are unable to equip the blood pump due to the fact that you have already hit your cyberware limitations, you can use a normal health item. The reason we want to favor the blood pump is because the blood pump is always going to heal you for more compared to the health item of the same level. However, if for example you have a legendary healing item and you do not have a legendary blood pump, or you cannot equip the legendary blood pump, you're better off going for the healing item because it's going to heal you for a little bit more. Although the blood pump does heal you faster over time, because the blood pump heals you for a chunk and then it heals you over time. The over time that it heals you for is faster than the healing items. So that's basically up to your discretion whether you want to equip the blood pump or if it's better for you to do so, but you definitely need the biomonitor. The biomonitor states that when we are below 35% of our health, it automatically heals us with our equipped healing items. So if it's the blood pump, it uses that. If it's one of the other healing items, it uses those. Now, the thing here is that it is a much higher threshold for the biomonitor to kick in and use your healing item than it is for borrowed time. Borrowed time is at 25% and biomonitor is at 35%. 25%. This means that if borrowed time has to kick in, it is always going to instantly use your health item and instantly heal you. So this fixes our RAM problem. At this point, we don't ever have to worry about RAM as long as we are in overclock mode. Now the problem is, how do we stay in overclock mode indefinitely when we need to, or how do we reduce the cooldown time to overclock mode so that we can activate it when we need to? Enter the Axolotl Cyberware implant. This is an iconic, legendary Cyberware implant that you get for finishing all of Regina Jones's missions. She has 23 of them in total, and by the time you are done doing all of those, if you make those the first thing you are doing in the game, you should easily be able to equip this along with the blood pump and the biomonitor and your cyber deck of choice. As far as other cyberware that you're going to be able to equip, it's not going to be much that early on in the game. I was able to equip all of the necessary things to get this combo on a roll at level 25. Now do note that we can pick up cyberware shards, which increase our cyberware capacity, so this is going to influence your gameplay depending on how many of these you pick up. You may be able to do this earlier than 25. It may be a little bit later than 25 for you, because these are randomly generated when you kill enemies, so depending on how many of these you have, it's going to definitely make a difference. But I was able to equip it on my character, as you see here, at level 25. So this is a frontal cortex implant, and the unupgraded version of it states a negative 10.5% cooldown is applied instantly for all cyberware after neutralizing an enemy. Now, here's the thing. This implant fixes all of our overclock issues, and not quite in many of the ways that you probably think, and we're going to discuss that now. First off, yes, it does apply 10.5% cooldown instantly when it is in cooldown, and it will make it go off cooldown faster. Now, the interesting part here, and the part that I think is possibly a bug, is that when you are in overclock mode, if you neutralize an enemy, it extends the duration of overclock mode by 10.5%, allowing you to stay in overclock mode indefinitely as long as you are killing enemies. Now, this isn't quite as good of a refresh to our overclock runtime as Synapse Burnout with its full 5 seconds, but it does indeed extend the runtime of it, and it also reduces its cooldown, allowing us to get back into it faster. So ideally, this is a better option than the Synapse Burnout build, because while Synapse Burnout is absolutely amazing, does tons of damage, allows us to stay in overclock mode indefinitely, we have to be killing while we do that. So if we run into a situation where we can't kill anybody for a few seconds and it turns off, we are then stuck in the 30-second cooldown. The Axolotl upgrade allows us to significantly reduce that cooldown time, allowing us to quickly get back into overclock mode. But that's not all. There's another fun little interaction with this implant that many people may not realize. If you neutralize an enemy with a quick hack that does not involve blowing them up, so for example, if you use Synapse Burnout, Short Circuit, or anything else that just neutralizes the enemy and knocks them on the ground, it is a non-lethal takedown. So you will see them there laying on the ground, rolling around back and forth and making movement. Axolotl kicks in when we do a non-lethal kickdown, and it gives us the bonus from it. So it will reduce the cooldown or extend the length of overclock mode. But here's the interesting part. The target isn't actually dead. So we got the benefit from it already once, but then we can go through and actually kill the target and get the benefit from Axolotl a second time, further reducing the cooldown of it or extending the runtime of it. All of the pieces of this puzzle come together to form a situation where we can now run any type of build that we want to when it comes to being a Netrunner. We can go pure stealth, we can go contagion mode, we can go explodey mode, whatever you want to do, the sky is the limit now, because you have infinite RAM to upload whatever quick hacks you want to upload to as many targets as you want to upload it to. And the fun thing about this setup is not only is this setup perfect for running a pure Netrunner that does not rely on guns or any melee weapons, it is also great for doing any of the new hybrid builds that do rely on guns or melee weapons, because it's going to not only allow you to use your health as RAM to upload whatever you need to upload to as many enemies as you want to upload it to, but you are also going to be regenning RAM relatively quickly if you are, for example, attacking with something like the monowire or shooting things and neutralizing them with smart weapons, which is not only going to take some of the pressure off of your health, but it is also going to help you either extend the runtime of overclock mode or reduce the cooldown of overclock mode even faster. All right, and there you go. Now you know how to make any Netrunner build you want to make and make it a viable and fun build to play. Hopefully you found this video helpful and informational. If you did, please consider hitting the subscribe button and notification bell so you can be notified when I upload other videos. And if you're looking looking for some more Cyberpunk content, you can find a link to another one of my videos on the screen right now. I want to give an absolute massive shout out and thank you to all of my channel supporters for helping to keep these videos sponsor free. You all are absolutely amazing people. If you would like to become an official channel supporter, check out the links in the description below. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a comment down below. Let me know what you thought. If you're shy, you don't like to comment, just hit that thumbs up button and share your support. Until next time, thanks for watching.